Welcome, everyone. My name is Candace Gadomski-Emmert, and I'm the Director of School Counseling here at Avon High School. We're going to begin working on scheduling you for the 26-27 school year. This is a basic overview, and I hope to help you on your way to choosing classes for your next year of high school. I say basic because this is just a small part of a well thought out process between you, your family, your teachers, and your school counselor. You have a lot of resources available for your decision making, and we want to be sure that you know what those are. So let's begin. In its simplest process, scheduling has 4 parts. First, you will be completing your course selection form and have your parent or guardian sign it. Then you'll enter your courses into PowerSchool. You will return the completed form with signatures to your SRT teacher next week. The hardest and most time-consuming part is the first step of completing the course selection form. It takes the most time to look through your classes and to make decisions. After you submit that form, your counselors will call you down for individual meetings to go over your courses. You should be receiving several documents and watching a few videos today. You're watching this video and hopefully another one specific to your grade level. You'll be receiving many materials today. Please take the time to look at them. Schoology will be your complete one-stop shop. Your teachers and counselors are also your most important human resources for advice and recommendations. Your course selection form is two-sided. The front is what you need to fill in and submit to your SRT teacher. Please make sure that it's legible and we can read your handwriting. There are a lot of classes, and you'll find those listed on the back of your form. Please take the time to look them all over and read about them in the program of studies. You have a sheet with the course selection instructions, and it tells you how to input your courses into PowerParent once you have completed your selections. There is also a video in Schoology with these same instructions. Completing your diploma requirements completes box 1 on your requirements towards graduation. Really think about how you'll complete box 2 and 3, especially if you need a career pathway sequence of courses. You can use this diploma chart as an additional check for graduation requirements, especially if you are working towards an academic honors or technical honors diploma, as they have additional requirements above the core 40 requirements. We will now get to the Schoology area. Look for the course entitled Scheduling 2026 to 2027 with the class of 27, 28, or 29. You want to begin opening those folders so that you know what's inside. Utilize the information that is there for you so that you can make the most informed choices. When you open up your Schoology, you will notice that you've been added to a new scheduling course, scheduling for the year 26-27. It will also have your class, whether you're the class of 27, 28, or 29. We ask that you go through all of them, all of the folders, but here you're going to start right there. And it's going to give you the link to the program of studies as well as some information. This current video will be posted there once I complete this. If you go then to scheduling instructions, there's going to be instructions that will help you understand. This was the video or the presentation that you watched with your counselors, and then you're going to go ahead and go through all of the information that's there. In terms of the scheduling introduction, there's some information: who's my counselor, how do I know what courses to select, how do I input courses into PowerSchool, and there's a video that's right there that will help you to understand how to do that. As well as then graduation requirements. It is important that you go through and take a look at what your graduation requirements are. You each went through this when you were in PCC, Prep for College and Careers, when you were a freshman, but you may have forgotten that. So we want to make sure that you have access to that information to understand, and if you have questions, you can ask your counselor in your individual meeting. The red folders are all of your required classes, so we do suggest that you go through this. So for example, for a sophomore going to be a junior, you will choose either English 11 or AP English Language and Composition. And so those are the different courses that you can take, and they're listed right here in a flow chart, as well as understanding what needs to happen. Then we go through U.S. history, science, and math. Math specific in terms of it will give you choice, depending upon what course you're already in. One thing I do want to point out is we're going to be seriously looking at teacher recommendations. So if you're currently in geometry and you'd like to take Algebra 2 honors, you need to have a teacher recommendation to move into that Algebra 2 honors. So that's something that you need to speak with your current teacher about. Once you've done your required courses, you can choose a world language. You can take a look at our PE and health, what are required and what are some electives. So if we look at this, all students in the class of 27 and 28 must take PE1, PE2, and health during high school. So those are 2 required courses. Your health is another required course. And then once you complete those, you can go ahead and take a look at some of the other courses and what's available. I'd like to make a special note about strength and speed. Strength and speed is a very good class, and lots of students are interested in taking it. Please make note of the prerequisites. If you are not an athlete, you must have completed a semester of physical fitness earning a C or better and have received a recommendation from the physical fitness teacher of record. So it's important that you do take a note of those pre-E requirements. And then finally, we've got 2 other areas, Area 31, so any student who is a sophomore or junior, so going to be a junior or senior, you're eligible to apply for the Area 31. So in here is a ton of information about when applications will be available, when the open house is, all of that information that's here. There's a lot of videos that you can watch, and so that will help you to make a wise decision. Area 31 does take up 3 spaces in your courses, in your course request, so you want to make sure that you are looking at whether you can complete that. And then finally, we've got our different electives. I would suggest that you go through, so let's, for example, if we take a look at the art electives, there's a QR code that the art department has made so that you can take a look at some of those courses. As well then, here's a list of all of the courses that are available. And then finally, we do explain what are some of the new courses that are available for 26-27. So make sure that you do look at the course sequencing charts to make sure that you are meeting what the prerequisites before you apply to a course. We do have some courses, let me go back down. We do have some courses that have changed names. They will change names for next year. So sculpture was formerly Introduction to 3D Art, but that will change soon. And then the regular sculpture class is now Sculpture 2. So those have changed. So just making sure that you're taking a look at what that is. And then, when you do your electives, you will choose a few extra classes in your course requests so that in case one of your electives isn't available, we know what else to choose for you. Thank you for your attention today. It's really important that you understand how to go ahead and choose your classes. We suggest that you choose your courses carefully. Do the best that you can, and then you will review those courses when you meet individually with your counselor. Course requests will be finalized before spring break, which is March 20th. All students and parents will verify their requests after spring break, and then no course changes will be done except in the case of a mistake. Choosing your courses carefully now will help Avon High School to create the best master schedule for the 26-27 school year. Thank you.